Good day, everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in to the Jasmine Entertainment Channel, where we bring you musicians, singers, dancers, just people you ought to know. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. We are now in the Zoom room, and I'm in the room with Zapology. He is from originally from Montego Bay, Jamaica. He is a keyboard player, a singer, a songwriter, and a producer. And we are so happy to have you, Zapology. Welcome.
Welcome, man. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
I'm glad you're here. You look nice.
Thank you. Thank you.
I like that shirt. That's really nice.
Oh yeah, it's like
Okay.
I feel like I'm performing still. I'm always performing, right?
Okay, where you at right now? Is that your studio?
Yes, I'm in my recording studio right now. This is where the magic happens, right
Okay.
here.
Yep, that looks nice. It looks really nice. So
yeah, I call it the lab.
The lab. Okay.
Yeah, that's where everything.
So the name Zapology, where did that come from?
Well, as we know, like in Jamaica, everybody has a nickname, right? They always give you a nickname. So everybody knows me as Zap, right? So then, along with a bunch of other names, people always just slap a name on you, and if you fuss about it, then it sticks real quick.
Okay.
So one of the names they call me Zap, and a guy called Norris Reed, a lot of people know him, as he's since passed, that's his soul, but Zap was the name that everybody knows me as, and then he came with the Zapology because he noticed that I like technology, so Zap with technology equal Zapology.
Zapology. Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah.
And what made you want to become a musician, Zapology?
Say that again. I'm sorry.
What made you want to become a musician and do what you do?
Yeah, the way I look at it, I feel like music chose me. I didn't choose music. I feel like I was just born in it.
Okay.
And then shout out to like the Montego Bay Boys and Girls Club. That's kind of like where I honed my skills, and it's like each one teach one type thing. Back then. So that's kind of like when where that came from. Yeah, pretty much.
So you played a keyboard.
Yeah.
The keyboard. You play any other instruments?
No, actually, I played the guitar. That was my original instrument. But then I just, I got this, it's too much strings and all of that. So I decided to, move to like keyboards, and that became like an easier type thing. And then for writing purposes, that became, something that, I use a lot, So like when you ask me if I play other instruments, with technology these days, you can get bass sounds, you can get guitar sounds, you can get piano sounds, horn sounds, all of that, in your on the keyboard. So that allows me to be able to produce, music.
And how did you learn to play the keyboard?
That in the Montego Bay Boys and Girls Club, that's where I started.
The Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah, in
okay.
Jamaica. Yeah,
so how long did you go there and practice every day? How often did you go?
Yeah, it's like every day, and they had soccer, they had basketball, they had all of those activities for kids to keep us off the streets, So I was there, every day, at track and field, all of that. Usain Bolt, woo.
So I kept you off the streets.
Yes. Yeah.
And you did, I know you said you also write. So what is your songwriting process?
It's writing process. It's just a matter of like what comes to you. So the thing is, I listen to a lot of music.
Okay.
I listen to like a lot of, Earth, Wind and Fire was one of my the groups from America that that I really liked, so I honed a lot of my skills from they inspire me a lot. And then, a lot of the reggae artists like, Bob Marley and Dennis Brown and, a lot of the newer artists. So I listen to a lot of music. So I get inspirations from just listening to music, and then, stuff just comes, it just comes to you. And, so it may come in the form of a lyric, or it may come in the form of a melody, or just a drum beat or something like that, And
Oh,
then
okay.
you go in the lab and you just throw it in and you start working,
So when you're writing music, would you say the melody or the beat comes before the lyrics?
Not really. Either one.
Either one?
Yeah. Sometimes, the lyric comes first, and then sometimes, the melody comes first. I keep myself open to whatever comes, and then I just go with that.
Okay. So when you're out, when you get in your car or your truck, whatever you're driving, whose music are you playing? Like, do you have a certain CD do you put on, or do you just listen to
I just listen to anything that comes through. Like, I'm a big fan of, reggae, of course, but R&B, like, jazz, fusion, that kind of stuff. I like to listen to like everything. So whatever comes on, I don't tune out anything that comes into the spirit,
Do you remember your first song? Your first song that you wrote?
My first song I wrote. Oh man.
It's been a while, huh?
I have to think.
You wrote so many.
Yeah. I tend to just do a lot of writing,
You write for other people?
Yeah, I write for other people, and that's one of the things that my friends would get on my case about. They're like, Zap, when you gonna put out your own stuff? You'll be working with everybody and all of that. So when you're gonna put out yours? So that's why I decided to, do the EP. That was early on this year, and I just, release it. Yeah. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Who do you remember your your hardest a client? You ever have a client that was just so hard to work with?
Yeah.
Really?
I wouldn't call no names.
I know, but
I wouldn't call names, but
have you had some?
Yeah, you do get those challenges sometimes, where, I like to work with people who are talented, because that makes my job easier. But, sometimes people come in and they feel like they have talent, and that's fine. People should feel good about what they have, but, and I work with them the best as I can. But, sometimes those can be challenging, because sometimes people don't know what they want, and they don't know how to express what they want. So, so then that becomes a little challenging,
Okay. Do you mean like when they come in, they're like, we want you to help us with a song or a jingle or something like that, but they're not sure.
They're not sure what they
have
want.
No idea what they want it to sound like. No lyrics, nothing.
Okay, for example, they'll come in and say, we want a hot tune. Okay, what does that mean? Okay, anything I do, I feel like it's hot, but so then you put, and then they're like, no, we mean like this or like that, and they're like, okay, well, so then I say, bring me like a reference of what you want, and then I can, I'll tailor it towards that.
Okay. Yeah, or something like the lyrics, come up with the lyrics, you can come up with the beat or something to help you, right?
Yeah. If they come up with the lyric and maybe a melody, I can come up with a beat and bring, the bass line, the keyboard parts. I can do all of that. But sometimes it's just challenging how people just expect you to work magic, and they're not sure what they want,
Right.
So it's good when you work with accomplished musicians. A lot of times, they know what they want, and they'll tell you, like, play this key, playing the key of G, or playing they kind of tell you what they want, and then you can go off of that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what is the latest song that you have out that your friends have been telling you to do on your own? What's the name of it?
I'm happy about that as a man, because that was inspired by my daughters. I have 4 daughters, by the way. So it was inspired from just watching them grow. And the song is really self-explanatory. It really is. And so So that's the main one. And then I have another one called You and Me Baby, which is more like a love song, but it's reggae, but it's more like a relationship type song.
Okay,
And,
more of a relationship. Okay.
yeah.
Well,
And then the other two, one is called Midnight Bustling, which has to do with you know, gang violence, you know, just, you know, stuff like that. You know, it deals with those issues and challenges. And then the other one is called Overcome, which is dedicated to the mothers, you know. So all four of those are like, you know, up. So it's kind of like, it's hard to, which one do you want to put out? Because everybody, you know, wants something
yeah,
different.
they all
You know,
sound real inspirational, that's for sure.
that's my thing. I'm always, you know, try to be, you know, inspiring, you know, because that's what people, you know, that's what I get from great artists. So I feel like, you know, that's what I should, you know, give back. Yeah.
You want to give any shout outs to anybody in Montego Bay, Jamaica?
Yeah, well, all the clubites, we call them clubites. The clubites crew, you know, you know, all the clubites, and then and also like members of the Swamp Band, you know, like Skibo, Froggy, Cookie, you know, all of the, and then, you know, shout out to, you know, JJ, that, you know, my brother that just passed
Oh, I'm sorry to hear
2 years
that.
ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's, you know, you know, it's still kind of hard, you know,
Right.
dealing with that, but yeah, we came here in the 80s with a band called the Swamp Band, and that's, you know, that was the reggae. It was the first all Jamaican reggae band to hit Pittsburgh. And you know, we ran, you know, we all through the US tri-state area, all over the place. And you know, we did our thing for a good number of years, and you know, won some awards and, you know, all that stuff. You know,
Wow.
but
Okay. So you've been
yeah,
doing this for a while. Yeah, you
yeah,
can
and I
tell.
always say, you know, we're the ones that brought reggae to Pittsburgh, which
Okay.
is actually true. I mean, it's
Mm-hmm.
actually the fact. Yeah, because when we
Well,
came here, there was guys that was doing reggae, but you know, but as far as the authenticity of it, you know, we were straight out of Jamaica, and we came here, and we were just like, we just brought the fire.
yeah.
You know, the
I went
real
on your
deal.
website. You got the fire. Yep, some
Oh,
nice
thank you,
songs.
thank
Yeah.
you,
So
thank you,
it was really nice to listen to.
thank you.
So
Appreciate that.
song As a Man,
Yeah.
we're going to hear that up next. So I want everyone to stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We're going to listen to that song right here on the Jazz Bean Entertainment Show. But I want to say, I thank you so much, Zapology. Any last words before we let you go? I know your time is precious. You're in the studio, look
Yeah.
like you're ready to work. Any
Yeah.
last words?
Yes. I mean, shout out to my daughters, you know, yeah, Nadia, Ayana, Jamila, Diara, and you know, my wife, and you know, just all the crew. I mean, everybody
All the
that's
crew.
associated with you know, that I've come in touch with, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone. Up next, we're going to have the sounds of As a Man from Zapology. And once again, thank you so much for being part of the Jazz Bean Entertainment Show. And I hope to have you on here real soon again, okay?
Yes, no doubt. Thank you for having me, and I appreciate you. Thank you.
Okay, no
All
problem.
right. All right.
Hello, and we just finished up a wonderful interview with Zapology. And I want to thank Zapology for being part of the Jazz Bean Entertainment family. You're now part of this family. Thank you for doing an interview with us. And I want to tell all our viewers to please don't forget to subscribe. And I want to mention some of the things that Zapology had mentioned to me off camera that he wanted to thank Carl Wright over there in New York. Him and Carl had done a virtual mix, and he wanted to give a big shout out to Carl Wright. And I just want to let everyone know that all his music is inspirational. talking to the mothers out there with the song Overcome. As a man, he's talking to the fathers. He's talking to gang violence with Midnight Bustle. And You and Me Baby, he's talking about relationships. And if you want more of Zapology, please go to his website at www.zapologyworldwide.com. Once again, you can reach Zapology at www.zapologyworldwide.com. Once again, thank you for tuning in to Jazz B Entertainment Channel, and please subscribe.